Welcome to Middle Age Miles on our journey through Belgium and the Netherlands. We kick off this leg in Breskens, catching the ferry across to Vlissingen. The ferry runs every 30 minutes and we bought our tickets online, which saved us from standing in the queue. From Vlissingen, the EuroVelo 4 route overlaps with LF13, the long-distance Schelde-Rhein route, totaling 284 kilometers up to Venlo, and our plan is to follow it further east. Once we are out of town, we pause for a lunch break before moving on. Our route goes slightly north toward Middelburg for a quick bit of a sightseeing, a chance to stroll historic streets and soak in the city's charm. Perhaps the most interesting building is the town hall in the Gothic style. There are some horses, we had a nice coffee at the Zeeland Liberation Museum, but we didn't go inside to see the exhibition. And we took a short detour to Heineken's stand to see the old windmill. The night falls in Nice, where we pitch our tents and rest up for the next day's ride. The following morning we resume the journey. We come across a self-service shop where we stock up on fresh strawberries for the road. That was actually really cool. Just a few meters later, we roll past one of the highlights of the day, a huge poppy field like a red sea of flowers. Oh, horses! Much of the day's riding keeps us close to the water, the estuary of the winding Schelde. The views blend shore and sky of the beautiful landscape. And another horse. And more horses. There is a lovely break spot along the route when you can sit, relax, snack and scan the island for seals. They're distant, but with a telescope they reveal themselves sitting on the rocks. And then I try to fly a bit with the drone, but it gets too much attention from the birds and I decide to stop. They seem to have a lot of horses in the Netherlands. We are getting slightly tired, and after 70 kilometers in legs today, we make a stop for the night. Here the road goes directly on the border, and on the left you have the Netherlands and on the right Belgium. Okay, so the previous day was all about the horses, and here we see some kind of cute deers, little white, jumping and eating the leaves from the tree. We continue through forest roads, and I have to admit that with only few exceptions, for the most part, the surface is excellent tarmac, making the ride really smooth and enjoyable. Far from cars, it's peace, quiet, and open skies. We're not very far from Zundert, where Vincent van Gogh was born, and here is in Den Anker, the oldest licensed tavern in the Netherlands. But we're a bit too early for a beer. We're passing by small towns, and everywhere we see charming houses and well-tended gardens with amazing flowers. So even though there are no breathtaking views or well-known sightseeing monuments, it's a pleasure to ride and relax. As the weather forecast predicts rain, we decide to push toward the camp, set up the tents, and rest, ready for what the next leg may bring. If you are enjoying the trip, subscribe for part 3, where we continue along EuroVelo 4 toward more countryside scenes and Eindhoven.